All right. Have you sent the Google sheet as an Excel?
No, I will. I am just sending it to you as Google Sheet.
Hello.
Okay, so since you've closed, I assume I can directly download the Google Sheet, right?
You can check it out.
Yeah. All right. So I'm down.
उससे पता लगे कुछ भी अच्छा हो सकता है.
Can the participants please mute themselves for a while?
Is there a way we can control the meeting?
और फिर टीम का नाम लिखना था.
Avinash?
टीम का.
Yeah, there is one. Just a second.
You are admitting everybody, inside or make somebody do it. Why are you doing it? They will know who is the participant.
Yeah.
Arvind, I am doing it. I am admitting people into the chat.
Oh, got it. Good.
Into the call, yeah.
Thank you.
So once all the participants are in, we can
about 60 people in the participant list. We will be starting the quiz at 5 p.m. We can explain the rules after that. So guys, please follow your teammates if they are yet to join.
Arvind, you said that the Google Sheet is closed, but now I see there is a 43rd entry also.
Can you check again? I'm pretty sure I have finally did this.
Yeah. I have taken the 43rd entry, but after this, I'm straight away closing the Google Sheet. Right? Okay. Yes. I won't know if there are any changes.
Yeah.
There's a team number allocated to each guys. Or something like that.
Yes, we have. We have team numbers from 1 to 40.
हाँ मैं तो ready हूँ.
Can all the participants please mute themselves for once? Thank you. Arvind sir, you have the presentation in hand, right?
Yes.
All right. Because it's 2:04 and we are ready to start.
Okay, so hello guys, welcome to Finance Present Headrush. For today, our sponsors are the XYZ and the Pony Pizza. XYZ and the quiz master for today is Mr. Arvind Rajeev. He's the co-founder of XYZ, and he is a very well-known quiz master across South India. And their goal is to be a pan-India quizzing society or club of thought. So we're starting the quiz now. With me, we have also I would like to thank for organizing this. There is Siddharth, Bhagirat, and Akash from the Finance Committee, and from the Headrush coordinators there are Mohil, there is Kamal, there is Preet, and from the XYZ team, as I said, there is our quiz master, Mr. Arvind sir. He will be presenting the quiz, explaining the rules and so on. We also have Mr. Avinash here and also Mr. Akash. Okay, over to you, Mr. Arvind.
It's Ajay.
Okay.
Nice one.
I request some members from the co-host fraternity, please take care of the muting.
Yeah, we will do that.
Thank you.
Yes, sir, definitely. We are.
Okay, guys, so we will be starting with the rules now. The quiz master can present.
Thank you, Shiv. We'll start.
Okay. Also, it's compulsory for you guys to keep your videos on during the finals. It is not compulsory for you to keep your videos on during the prelims, but it would be a lot cooler if you did.
Is there a forms link that you're going to share?
Yes, we will be
Yes,
sharing.
it has been shared
No, it does not.
It has not been shared, no? Where is it?
just now. I just shared.
Okay.
Where exactly? Have you shared it on the WhatsApp?
Yeah, on the Headrush.
Oh, on the WhatsApp group. Okay, fine.
Yeah.
We've got it. Okay.
So many groups, sir.
अरे ब्रो मैं व्हाट्सएप ग्रुप पे नहीं हूँ एड्रेस के
Okay, Headrush team, please take care of such queries.
Shall we start?
Yes, Prakara. We will be sending you. Yeah, someone said in the chat here also.
Yes, you all can take note from there also. So Arvind sir will be explaining the rules now, and soon after we'll begin.
Yeah, good afternoon all. Greetings for the day. Greetings from next visit. Proud to be associated with DAIICT with the Synapse 2021. So they are very reputed, the Gujarat-based on the academia, and they tied up with us for the first time, and it's a pleasure on part of us to do this quiz. And we have focused this quiz completely on India. So today's quiz will be completely Desi and India. So, and there are also newcomers today, many new quizzes. So the seasoned quizzers may find certain questions quite easy, but still we want more new quizzers to come to the fraternity. That's why we have made certain questions quite easy. So the prelims will have 15 questions. So each question will be displayed on the screen. I will give 15 to 20 seconds, right? And you are required to type the answer in the Google sheet given to you. I hope everybody is having access to it. And spellings must be correct. In the sense, like, I won't say always, proper nouns can be okay, but certain ways you have to have the spellings correct in certain things. So you cannot have ambiguity in spelling, right? And questions will not be repeated. So I request you to question tactfully and take your pressure. Right, is that fine? Can I start? Synapse team?
Yes, sir. And there is one last thing actually. For questions containing multiple parts, just insert a comma between the parts.
Yes. Okay. There are some questions which are 2 points, 1 plus 1, so that you will be given part points and things like that. And there will be start questions also. Am I right, Avinash? There are start questions.
Yes, sir. So some of the start questions are 2 points.
Yes, 2 points, and they will be considered in case of tie breaks.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
Okay, that's it. 15 questions for the quiz. Prelims. Okay. Shall we start? Are we good to go? Any doubts? Is my voice audible?
Yes, sir. It is audible. Do all the teams have the forms open and their team details filled up?
Yes, sir. Yes.
All right.
Is the form to be filled by individually or like
Any one
One
person
form per
from the team. Any one person from the team can fill the form, and if we have multiple form entries, say both members of the team enter the form, then we will disqualify those teams. That is considered as a malpractice. Only one entry per team is allowed.
I hope my voice is audible, everybody.
Yes, sir, it is quite audible.
Shall I start? I request all the participants to keep yourself muted. If at all you want, somebody has a very valid doubt, they can come and ask. Always keep yourself muted.
So
Yes.
I wanted to ask that you are talking about this form, right? The submission form has to be unique per team, right?
Yes, yes. Only one person from the team fill up the form and submit it.
The participation form was filled by both people, so that
Yes,
is
yes.
not a problem, right?
Yes, that is definitely not a problem. The submission form for the preliminary round, only one person per team have
Thank
to.
you.
Okay, guys, starting this now.
Yes, sir.
Yes, already we have 10 minutes delayed. We'll start. The first question coming up. Okay. Now, the first question. The tour operator Adventures Overland was in the news last year when it announced that it would be starting the first ever bus route that will set out a world record for a journey of sorts. So the route proposed was popular in the 50s and 60s when it was called as the hippie train. Further, this service deliberately mimics a 1957 journey on a bus nicknamed the India Man. Which two cities will this bus service connect? It's the question. Which two cities will this bus service connect? So go to the forms and answer it there. But don't murmur also. Question 2. A group of scientists concluded after an analysis of 12 years that the now hot, arid desert of X, the place, was once a humid subtropical forest with a variety of birds, freshwater fish, and probably even giraffes and rhinos. The fossils were unearthed from a nearby village, and the bulk of fossils unearthed have been mainly marine organisms due to their proximity to the Arabian Sea. Identify X. So if you can say with the landmass, for example, if you feel the answer may be Indian Ocean, don't just write Indian, just write Indian Ocean. Like so the landmass with the place. You'll get the full points. I've already given you the landmass, the desert of that. So X is the place, just write the place. I didn't notice the desert. So the desert of X, X is the place, just write the place. Third question coming up. This character was born out of a bunch of stories written by Mr. Rajeev from Tamil Nadu, apparently from Trichy. The concept was given its new, now famous form and illustration by one Mr. Vahirkar. Though this made its debut in the year 1982, it was a huge part of the 1990s pop culture and still continues to chuckle everybody. What is X, the character? So a proper noun, suppose you should know the spelling. Okay, one or two alphabets missing doesn't matter as long as you are able to spell it. Okay. Question 4. Miraj, a city in Maharashtra. The city houses a bunch of people who are highly skilled and famous for engaging in a certain profession for years together. They are known to make something. They are known to make something which is a very important fixture in concerts of Hindustani music and classical music, even though it does not play melody. What is that? Obviously, it's an instrument. So there are two spellings, possibly two spellings for this. So any one we will accept. So what instrument is Headrush, Maharashtra famous for? Because of a certain people who make these instruments, who have been making these instruments for generations together. Very important feature in concerts, though it does not play melody. So that's the clue. Question 5. So this is a coastal city, and the remains recovered from this place suggest that it once housed the Harappan settlement. Indian mythology says it is the birthplace of a friend of Lord Krishna in Dwapar Yuga. Also, the coast of the city, X, is one of the last remaining coasts where the threatened marine mammal dugong can be found. Name X, the city. A very famous person was also born there. A coastal city, that's the clue. Question 6. The person on the right was in the news now due to the real life portrayal of their actions and mannerisms by the lead, the Olympians biopic. This person had mentored the lead actor. He ventured into badminton at the late age of 32 and is also the first coach in India to be certified by the sport's global governing body. Just name the person. I want both the names, so I want the first name and the second name. The posters were also in the news recently and also were controversial for some reasons. Question 7. The joint venture between Hindustan Petroleum, HPCL, and Mittal Group was in the news earlier this week when it placed an order of around 1 million barrel of light sweet crude from a particular country. This shipment is the first ever purchase made by India from this country. Name the country. Name the country in which India made its first ever purchase. Shipment. Next question, question 8. First starred question. Person on the right worked on the particle physics and cosmic rays. She also worked in the laboratory of the Nobel laureate Plackett, and she was in the news not long ago when a yellow-white dwarf star was named after her. So she has a contribution to astronomy indirectly, in which a yellow-white dwarf star was named after her. Name this legendary physicist from India. Two-word name. Star question. Question 9.
Spelling variations are okay, right?
It's okay, yeah, it's okay. See, as long as we're able to get the name properly, it's fine.
Yeah, to some extent we are allowing them.
It's okay. Question 9. Start question again. A few years ago, the Election Commission of India approached this reputed Gujarat-based school to come up with a logo to guide voters. Name the school and what did they create? So 2 parts to this. Name the school and what did they create? 1 plus 1. Start a question. So the school should have the city in it. That's the I'm giving you this. The school should have the city. So it's very famous. And something they created in the form of a logo to guide voters. The election fever. So we have to include one. Start question.
Mention the city.
Yeah, please do that. Please do that. Because there are several places also. They have branches. Anyway, I've given you Gujarat based school, so tell the city which is in Gujarat. Yeah, question 10. Even if you don't mention, if you give the institute also, it's fine. Question 10. Okay, this is quite a complicated question. Please listen to it. That's a big one. Whirlpool forayed into India in the 90s with the introduction of the automatic washing machine, world washing. That was on the right, you can see that. They entered India through a JV with the X group, a very well-known group in South India. So the product actually was a complete failure since, especially in India, since customers complained that the clothes, especially saris, were getting shredded. This forced them to buy an obsolete technology from Korea. Photo of the machine with the technology, you can see on the right, to revamp their product for their next launch in India. So there are two parts to this question. What is X, the group with which they formed the JV, and what was the technology? It's a two-word answer. The technology is a two-word answer, something like reverse osmosis, something like that. Two words with an hyphen. Even if you don't get the hyphen, if you get the two words, it's fine. I'll give you some time for this. The X group, the group is a very well-known group in South India.
Does the image help?
Yeah, it does. Question 11. Again, a star question. Quite a big one. The origins for this type of clothing or fabric was first brought into light in the 17th century India, where they were referred to as clothes for making cheap, robust working clothes. These clothes were named as X, derived from the name of a port city or village in Mumbai or earlier Bombay, where these hard-wearing garments were predominantly produced. X was made fashionable in mainstream pop culture when it was featured in Friends, the sitcom, and in the 1998 blockbuster Indian film. Name X, the type of garment, and the blockbuster. Don't give short forms for the blockbuster. Please write the blockbuster fully. That itself is a clue.
Arvind, is it a Indian movie or foreign Hollywood?
Indian movie. Indian movie. Very well known Indian movie. Trend-setting movies in India, which released in 1998. All the questions are based on India here. I'll give it, it's a Bollywood movie for people. It's a Bollywood movie. Yeah. Question 12. This sage on the right is one of sage Bhrigu's son, referred to as Bhrigu Varuni in Upanishads. He is known to be powerful enough to oppose the thunderbolt of Lord Indra. He is well known for formulating a mixture that is sold across India as a dietary supplement. The first historically documented formula for this mixture appears in an ancient Ayurvedic treatise. Name the mixture, that is 1 point, and the sage. So if you know the mixture, you should know the sage. Or the sage gave the name to the mixture. Anyway, you can work it out. This is also a starred question. Question 13. Late last year, India raised a complaint with Saudi Arabia after the Indian government felt that the kingdom state had committed a gross misrepresentation of sovereign territory pertaining to union territories of Jammu and Kashmir and Ladakh. This representation can be found in an instrument released by Saudi Arabia to celebrate the kingdom's presidency of the G20. Where can you find the map of India being printed incorrectly? So I want the denomination of the instrument, that's it. That's the answer. Just don't give the instrument, I want the denomination of the instrument. Exact denomination. So the answer I'm looking at should be the value, the instrument, and what type of instrument it is.
Only the denomination has to be mentioned, right?
No, denomination, the value, the denomination, and what type of instrument. For example, is it 50 rupees or 50 paisa? Paise or rupee.
Okay.
Got it? Question 14. By 2022, India could join an elite league of 6 countries to have sent a manned underwater submersible. To aid this, the Ministry of Earth Sciences have decided to tie up with them to create a submersible that would have an 8 centimeter thick titanium sheet bent into a sphere of around 2 meters. Now the question is, name the organization which is actually not associated with deep sea surveys, which is helping them to do this. The DEM is the organization. So they have decided to tie up with them as an organization to create. So which organization, not very well associated with deep sea surveys, is actually going to create the submersible? Last question of the prelims. Okay. This place was discovered when 2 entrepreneurs were literally testing the waters in Kerala and chanced upon the rivers, the 2 rivers here, Thiruvanipura and Chalipura, cutting through the town of Kodanjiri. Considering the economic sense in this discovery, the KTDC, the Kerala Tourism Development Corporation, provided backing to the discoverers, and a competition was established. A contest or a competition was established. What is this competition? And name, or in other words, name the discipline. For what the competition was started. So the clue is in testing the waters in Kerala. So think of something related to water and adventure. That's it. Maybe a quick run through, guys, you want, or it's done? You're okay. Anybody?
Can we have a quick run through? Yeah, please.
Quick run through from 15 to 15 to 1, right? Not more than 5 seconds per question. Is that fine?
Yeah.
Question 15 on your screen. The competition.
We've actually submitted.
We thought you would be returning.
We thought you won't be doing a rerun.
Yeah, but that's okay.
Yeah, people have already submitted. Let's not.
Those who have submitted, but those who joined late, some people have joined late. Maybe a quick rerun of just 2 seconds or 3 seconds per question, not more than that. Right? Question 14 on your screen. On your screen. On your screen. 2 points. 11 coming up. X and the blockbuster. 10 coming up. 2 points. Technology and the group. 9 coming up. 2 points. School and what did they create? 8 coming up. Name this lady. 7 coming up. Name the country. 6 coming up. Name this coach. 5 coming up. Name this city. 4th. What is this? Something used in concerts. 3rd. Who is this? Information. 2. And the first one. That's it. So people can submit the forms. We'll have, meanwhile, my team will be evaluating it.
Hello, sir.
Yes.
We have how many times to submit the form?
I didn't get you. How many times?
For this submitting the form.
Can somebody explain him?
So he basically wants to ask till when can he submit the form?
That's it.
Yeah, please submit immediately. We are closing.
Okay,
We are closing it. You can't take
Okay,
any.
got it. Submitted, yeah.
Teams, you have 15 seconds before I close the submission.
Late entries won't be entertained.
Okay, so you'll announce the results on the WhatsApp group, right?
Yeah.
So we can leave the Zoom call and rejoin later.
Yes, you can.
Yeah.
Arvind, they're giving answers now.
If you want, we can discuss the answers. Just for it. For the everyone is submit. Just maybe it will take 5 minutes. You ready? Guys?
Just a second. So,
yes, sir. The forms have been closed.
Okay, now we can discuss the
Forms
answer.
have been closed. Okay, we'll just run through the answers. I don't have an answer slide especially for this, but anyway, we can discuss. Right? 1 minute.
Yeah, you can just display the question and discuss.
I'll do that. Yeah. You can, Avinash can evaluate.
Yes.
It's fine. Thank you.
So, during the discussion,
First one.
someone wants to speak out the answer
Yeah,
loud.
someone can do that. Yes, you have any audience, you can make it out. Anybody knows this? Anybody wants to
Delhi and London.
Yes.
Delhi and London.
Yes, New Delhi and London. Perfect. London and New Delhi, London and Delhi, Delhi and London, anything. Okay, good. 1 minute. Next one. Any idea? What is this? Question to anybody knows this?
Kutch. Thar desert. Thar.
Who's Thar is wrong? Anybody? Any other?
Kutch. Is it Kutch?
Rana of
Kutch is right. Kutch is right.
Kutch, right.
Kutch. Kutch. Kutch is right. Beautiful. Question 3. Very easy.
Supandi.
Supandi is right.
Krishna.
No, it's Supandi.
Supandi.
Supandi from Tinkle. Very famous by Tinkle. Sorry. Next, what is this?
Sitar. Tampura.
Wait. Who's saying Sitar?
Viraj makes sitars. Your question says no melody, so this is the tampura.
Beautiful. Tampura, lovely. That's the clue. I specifically told that was the clue. Doesn't play melody. So tampura or tambura, there are two spellings. Anything is accepted. Right? Tampura, Bura. Beautiful. Question 5. Very easy.
Lothal. Porbandar.
Porbandar is right. Porbandar is the thing. Beautiful. I also told a very famous person is born here. So Gandhi. So that's the thing I gave the clue.
Sir, who is the friend of Lord Krishna?
Sudama, obviously.
Yeah. Sudharma. Next one. Question 6.
The old name of
Shrikant Bhatt.
Perfect. Shrikant Bhatt. Beautiful. Shrikant Bhatt. I'll be quite liberal with respect to the spelling Shrikant because some ways it's SRE, somewhere it's SHRI. So it's okay. Shrikant Bhatt. Perfect. Question 7. Any idea?
Yana.
Venugopal, what's the answer?
Guyana.
It's Guyana, correct? Guyana. Many people got it, I think. Guyana is right.
Yes, it's Guyana.
Guyana is right. Question 8.
Biba Chaudhary.
Perfect. Biba Chaudhary is right.
Biba Chaudhary.
Again, spelling is fine. Question 9. Yeah, interesting question. Any first time voters here?
NID Ahmedabad.
and the Nota. Electrical trust.
No. It's NID Ahmedabad, National Institute of Design, and the Nota symbol. NOTA.
Yeah.
If you had written NID, it's fine. NID Ahmedabad is fine. None of the above symbol is fine. Nota symbol is fine. Or Nota itself is fine. Yeah. This is a very special
Quintup Technology. TVS. Technology and TVS.
Beautiful answer. Beautiful answer. Quintup and TVS. Wonderful. Who's this? Who's this? Who's it? Twintup?
Google.
Fantastic. Okay, what's this?
Dangari and kuch hota hai.
Perfect. Dangari and kuch hota hai is right. Yes, this one.
Shavana and Chavanprash.
Chavanprash and Sage Shavana. Perfect. Yes. Yeah, this one.
Saudi 20 real note. 20 real.
20 real note. That's what I want. 20 real or 20 real note. Saudi 20 real note. Everything's accepted. Yeah. Question 14.
ISRO.
Sure.
ISRO.
It is ISRO. Well done. Nicely cracked. ISRO is right. Yeah. 15.
Kayaking.
Kayaking is right. Kayaking is right. In fact, anybody knows what are those champions called? The champions who win in this competition, you know what are they called? The title they get. Any idea? Another quiz question you can ask them. Venki, any idea?
I don't know.
Rapid Raja, Rapid Rani. Because it's in rapids, no? They are given the title Rapid Raja, rapid run webinars. So interesting question. Anyway, we can join after the results are announced later. Teams. Yeah, we'll wind up for now. Team Headrush, is it fine?
Yeah, it is fine. So the results will be declared on the WhatsApp group in around 15-20 minutes. And you guys would have to join the same link after the results have been announced. Okay, so we will be selecting 8 teams from like there are 60 participants. There were probably 40 teams at the start, and we will be selecting 8 teams for the finals. Okay, so goodbye.
Question 1 was worth how many points?
Well, I think 1 point only.
2 cities, right? So 1 point. And if we give one of the cities correct, half point policy or 0?
No, 0. We'll see based on maybe tie breaks.
No, sir. Yeah, so we may consider that for tie breaks, but generally the question is about the route, and the route is only made up of 2 parts.
Okay.